Hi everyone, how are you today? My name is Ambassador Yawin Gozie Ago. Today, I'm here with Inside Video Teaching. This time, I have to start from the very beginning of all things. We say it like this, the Bereshith of all things. I'm starting with Genesis chapter 1. So, that very book of Genesis, the name Genesis is not the original name. It is not the name given to that book originally. The name originally is Bereshith. The Greek title is Genesis. So Genesis is the name given to that book of Bereshith, by the Greek translators. So all our teachings are prophetic, and trust me, you have a lot to hear and a lot to learn from this teaching. You are welcome. So I choose to start from the book of Genesis because that is the foundation, the beginning of all things. And starting from the book of Genesis will help us to correct so many unscriptural teachings and wrong impressions we've gathered for many years. So now we just concluded the last set of biblical scriptural festivals that the Creator of the universe commands us to keep and observe. So you may ask, what are these festivals I'm talking about? So, because I said these scriptural or biblical festivals, so don't expect Christmas to be part of it. Don't expect New Year, January New Year to be part of it, because Christmas is still coming, and New Year is still coming. So none of these pagan festivals is part of the Creator's festival. None of these festivals that people observe today and celebrate today is part of the festivals I am talking about. So one of the festivals from the last set of festival that we just concluded, we just celebrated, let's say a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago thereabout, is the Festival of Trumpets. The Festival of Trumpets. So the Festival of Trumpets, this day is the day we stop work and business, and we'll observe, we celebrate and remember the day of trumpet. The day of trumpet is still coming. It hasn't come. It is the day that the messengers, which some people say angels, the messengers, the Creator's messengers will blow the trumpet. It is the day of the Creator of the universe. So we observe this festival to mark the coming trumpet that is coming. So if you look at the screen down here, you see the reference from, or I want to make it bold for you, from Leviticus chapter 23, verses 23 to 20.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th new moon, on the first day of the new moon, you have a rest, a remembrance of Teruah, a set-apart gathering. You do no servile work, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh.
So this festival is a reference to the day of Yahweh, Yahweh is the creator of universe. So that is one of the festivals we just celebrated. The second festival the creator of universe commands us to observe and keep and celebrate is the festival of atonement. It says the day of atonement. So on this day we observe the day Almighty One atoned the sins of all Israel. I have to give references for you to see from the scripture.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, On the 10th day of this 7th new moon is Yom HaKippurim. It shall be a set-apart gathering for you, and you shall afflict your beings, and shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. And you do no work on that same day, for it is Yom Kippurim, to make atonement for you before Yahweh your Elohim. For any being who is not afflicted on that same day, he shall be cut off from his people. And any being who does any work on that same day, that being I shall destroy from the midst of his people. You do no work, a law forever, throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It is a Sabbath of rest to you, and you shall afflict your beings. On the 9th day of the new moon at evening, from evening to evening, you observe your Sabbath.
The third one is the festival of tabernacle. We have 7 days long for this festival. So these days we celebrate and enjoy Almighty One's presence. We enjoy the Creator's presence. We enjoy His rest, in the midst of His people. And we celebrate the coming kingdom, the coming reign of Almighty One of the universe.
Spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of this 7th new moon is the festival of Sukkot for 7 days to Yahweh. On the first day is a set-apart gathering. You do no servile work. For 7 days you bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. On the 8th day there shall be a set-apart gathering for you, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh.
Today we're building a sukkah right here. What's a sukkah? You may have heard it called a tabernacle, but whatever you call it, it's our home for the next 7 days as we celebrate the holiday of Sukkot. We don't completely cover the roof with schach, but what's schach? Schach is branches from trees or bushes that will provide us some shade from the sun, but not too much shade. At night, we want to see the stars in heaven.
So now I have raised 2 important issues for us to discuss, look into properly. One is the creator of universe. Who is the creator of universe? Because from Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 it says, Genesis 1 verse 1, it says, in the beginning Elohim created the Shamayim and the earth. So in the beginning, Almighty One, because Elohim or Elohim means mighty one, or mighty ones, or Almighty One, depend on your translation. But Elohim or Elohim does not translate to God. No. The meaning of Elohim or Elohim is mighty, 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 or almighty. So in the very beginning, Almighty, the one that is above all of us, everyone, above everything, created the heavens and the earth. In original script, it says the Hashamayim. Hashamayim is the heavens, and the Ha'eres is the earth. So who is the Almighty One? Who is the Almighty? So the Almighty, is it God, or is it Lord, or is it Buddha, or is it Allah? or is it Ra? Or what do you think that he is? Who do you think that Almighty One is? So we are going to dig deep from the scripture, from the very scripture that the Creator of the universe gave the people of Israel. We dig deep and we're going to find out who the Creator of the universe is. We're going to find out who he is. And the second point I raised here is the festivals that the Creator of the universe commands us to keep and observe. So, you keep Christmas. Who gave you Christmas? Who gave you Easter to celebrate and observe? Who gave you January New Year to celebrate and observe? Who gave you all that festivals and feasts you celebrate in your church or wherever, a mosque or wherever you belong to? So we're going to look at these two key point for us to actually know where we are going, because we're going to build every other teachings from this point. Who is the Creator of universe? What does Hinduism says about this, and also Islam says about this, and also Christianity says about it, and Taoism, and Buddhism religion, and Judaism religion. What do they have to say about these things? What we should celebrate, the festival we should celebrate, the Creator of universe. So we are going to a nice time boys today, and trust me, we are going to learn a lot. Remember, we teach the scripture 100% without removing and without adding. So we don't remove from the scripture and we invest. Thank you for listening. We continue this inside video teaching from the next video. You check the next video, then you see the continuation. And I am grateful for doing, and I thank you for listening and watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.